Dear professors and participants, a very good morning to you all. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to you all on behalf of the Department of Mathematics, Arul Anandar College Autonomous, Karmathur, Madurai, to this 3 days online short-term training program on MATLAB and Mathematica for scientific research. At the outset, I would like to offer a warm welcome to Dr. Xavier Declarage, the head of Mathematics Department of our college, to this program. I take immense pleasure in welcoming the resource persons, Dr. Yogesh Manohar Mule and Dr. Mahesh S. Vavre. They have really done a hard work in preparing the presentations and video lectures for this STTP. It is my duty to express words of welcome to all the participants who are academicians, professors, research scholars, and postgraduate students of various universities and colleges across the globe. I also thank all of you for your tremendous response and support for this program. I would like to specially welcome all the professors of the mathematics department of our college and sincerely thank them for their unstinted cooperation and coordination. Once again, I wholeheartedly welcome you all to this program and wish you success in all your future accomplishments. Thank you.
Dear academicians, faculty members, research scholars, and students, warm greetings to all. Research is the process of enhancing the inventory of knowledge through systematic and scientific intervention. A good research work has to cater the needs of the society, possesses utility values, and bridge the lab to land. Data handling, data visualization are very essential to make precise decisions. To make so, the integration of multi-paradigm numerical computing environment like MATLAB and Mathematica are essential to enrich the knowledge of the researchers in the applications of such softwares. The Department of Mathematics, Arlanandar College has organized a short-term training program on MATLAB and Mathematica in scientific research from 27th of July 2020 to 29th of July 2020. I appreciate the coordinator for taping the resourceful resource persons to this 3-day program. This program has received spectacular responses across the nation, and I wish the program to be highly beneficial to all the participants. Thank you.
Good morning to all. I'm very happy to introduce today's resource person, Mahesh Sahibrao Vavre, to you. He is an eminent and experienced academician. He is the Associate Professor and Head Department of Mathematics, Rajeshri Sahu Vidyalaya, Latur Autonomous, Maharashtra State, India. He did his bachelor degree and master degree at SP Pune University, MPhil degree at Madurai Kamaraj University. He registered his doctoral degree at SORTM University, NAD. He is going to submit his thesis very shortly. On behalf of our department, I convey my wishes to you, sir. He enrolled to his success in CSER NET examination also. He is a national rank holder in GATE examination with score point 96.87% in the year 2003. His wings raised to GATE UGC minor research project on a study of Shagubert varieties. His wings raised to GATE UGC minor research project on a study on Shagubert varieties and linear code associated to Shagubert varieties. The sanctioned amount is 2 lakhs. The book or software for beginners explores his soft skill towards mathematical softwares. He held at various positions in his college and university. He gave good computational skills and program writing skills. Coding theory, linear algebra, MATLAB, or programming are his interested area. With these words, I welcome you, sir. Have a nice day. Thank you, one and all.
Hello everyone here. Myself Mahesh Wavre from Rajarshi Shahu Mahavidyalaya Latur, which is autonomous, affiliated to Swami Ramananda Tirtha Marathwada University, Nanded in Maharashtra. First of all, I must thank to Principal Reverend U. Godwin Refuse, uh, HOD Dr. J. Xavier Adek Raj, and the coordinators Dr. M. Gilbert Rani, Mr. Robert Diliban, and another coordinator Dr. Sajan Joseph of Arul Anandar College, which is also autonomous college from district Madurai, affiliated to Madurai Kamraj University. I must thanks all the team to share my knowledge in front of you all. I welcome to this online platform of short-term training program of MATLAB and Mathematica for scientific research during which will be held during 27 July 2020 to 29 July 2020. How to start MATLAB? What are the facts? What are the facts about MATLAB? I will share the screen of it. So my objective of this talk is I must inform you about how one can start or end the MATLAB session. What are the components of MATLAB interface? One should know how to learn use of help browser and help command in MATLAB, and know what are the different types of files. Like when you use MS Word, your file type is docs file. Excel sheet has file format. Like what are the file formats in MATLAB? There are three types of files that we'll see in the later. Know various platforms where MATLAB can be used, on which operating systems MATLAB can work. One can use on it on your Android phone also. And some useful commands that required commands, basic commands that will help, such as in workspace command, help command, how to terminate or end command. All the commands will be discussed over here. These are the learning objective of these sessions. We'll able to know about this. So let us start how to start the MATLAB and end the MATLAB session in your desktop or laptop. So once you install your MATLAB on Windows operating system, then you need to go in the start menu. If your icon doesn't come on the desktop, then these are the steps to follow by you. Just go to the start menu and follow the following steps. Click on the start button of your PC or laptop and select the option of the program. One may just type in the new Windows system, one may just type the MATLAB. The MATLAB icon will be displayed and just click on it. The MATLAB will be open. These are the steps, and to do your default MATLAB desktop will be default layout of MATLAB will be shown there. I will show how it looks. Here is the default MATLAB layout. It consists of four major parts: the current folder where your programs are being saved. This is the command window. I will explain a little bit about command window in the next slide. This is the workspace. What we can do in workspace also I'll explain. And this is the command history. This is just how the MATLAB looks. This is our 2013 version. One may have 2017 A, one may have 2015. Which year you purchase it, version A or version B. It depends on it. So this is just the default layout of MATLAB or any system. Now, what are the components? As you see here, these are the major components: this current folder, command window, workspace, command history, and other we cannot see here. Other is figure window. For the figure window is different from here. So what is command window? The command window is the first important part of MATLAB, which is used to show the output of already saved codes or execute MATLAB codes temporarily. Whatever output already where you save the codes, there is yum file type. You can save your codes there and just debug it. Whatever output, that output will result in the command window. So this is most important part, and this is the first important part in MATLAB. Workspace. The workspace is another part of MATLAB which is used to show the allocation and reallocation of MATLAB variable. One can see the variable size type in workspace also. The next important part is command history. This is also important part. Whatever commands we are used, you can go and see there. You can just right click on that command and you can run it. So in the history, whatever commands were executed previously, that will be shown in the command history. You can see here, I have cleared the history. That's when history is not there. Here command history, workspace, your variable, its value, its size, everything is mentioned here. And this is the folder where your programs are being saved. The current directory or folder path, it shows the path of the folder in which MATLAB codes are saved. If you want to find current directory, just type pwd. Pwd shows provides what is your working directory, and whatever programs you have done, whatever codes you have done, that will be saved here. Or you can search your path also by typing just path path. And the edit window, this window is used to create a new program. It may call it as yum file also, a file to modify existing file. You can modify here, you can change here, you can write the program there, and it has extension .yum. These are known as yum files. And another, this is a command window preview. This is not desktop default layout of your MATLAB desktop. I have closed that workspace. I just show command history and command window over here. So command window with this prompt and this cursor, you can type whatever calculation. Just you can use like calculator, arithmetic operations and all. Yeah, for the elementary level. This is the workspace. Here it is workspace. And what you do workspace is the collection of all variables. Here workspace consists of collection of all variables that have been generated so far in the current MATLAB session. Just in the current MATLAB session, whatever variables are used, that will shown here with the name, size and type. The screenshot of this MATLAB layout has been taken. That session I didn't do anything. That's why it comes as empty. Then one need to apply. One more part of this interface is that figure window. I didn't explain here. The figure window, where whenever you MATLAB graphics is important to visualize your codes, or you can visualize through graphs the whatever concept you want to visualize through graphs. Once you execute your command on command window or in yum file with plot as a command, plot of x comma y, the separate window will be generated. That window is called figure window. Graphics, I am going to take the separate session on this graphic. And also I must tell about something about MATLAB. MATLAB is developed by the MathWorks Incorporation, and in MATLAB, MAT stands for matrix and lab stands for laboratory. Here everything is doing in matrix operations. That's why it is called matrix laboratory, and that's why matrices are the building blocks of this MATLAB. And MATLAB comes with basic along with toolbox. There are more than 50 toolboxes, and MATLAB is not freeware software. One has to purchase. One can purchase standalone or multi-user with basic and whatever your requirement along with toolboxes. What are the toolboxes? Toolboxes are like biomedical sciences, what they want, DNA sequencing and all. Then signal processing, image processing, fuzzy logic toolbox. There are many toolboxes are there. You can easily search out from the MATLAB Works website. So somebody needs the help. Once software is developed, there must be direction by this software. That if somebody is new and how to apply it, how to use it, there must be help. So to learn use of help browser and help command is explained here. What do you mean by help browser? Help browser is just it helps online. You need to internet connection on this. On your MATLAB, there is question mark or help browser. You just click on that. The MATLAB window will open like this. This is the help browser. Here it is help prompt. I have clicked and MATLAB online. And whatever help you want, just by clicking here, each and everything you will getting. This is just screenshot of it. At the end of this session, I will explain all this through by using the MATLAB window. Then second is help command. Suppose somebody wants to help of cos or sine, just help, but one must know the correct name of this sign. If you put wrong name here, it will comes with that the function defined is not found here. So one must know correct name and one must know the use of that function. Suppose he may not know what is use of the function, but he must know the correct name so that he can help. So help regarding sign is given here, and how to apply you can just by clicking here. Next is look for command. Look for command is just like similar to help command. You have to just type look for, and one should not know the correct name of the functions, but it will generate the plenty of commands containing that letters. Suppose somebody types sign, is same look for sign. Here help sign gives only particular command, but when you type look for space sign, it will shows all command which consisting of the bit sign sin, the letter sign consisting of, and it is that's why look for is slower than this help. Help gives only particular, but look for gives many. I can show you the screenshot of this. I just type look for sign, whatever sign is. There are so many comes like this here. Sign is okay. One this sign we required. A cos here also sign word is there. Cosine. Sin yes here also sign. Whatever inbuilt functions with sin syntax in that, it will shows, and there are many more. So that's why it is slower than this. So look for function also one can apply. If somebody doesn't know the particular syntax for the function, how to use that, so that can be used this look for sign, but it is slower than your help command. So this is all about help browser. Is for this we need internet. This can use simply just typing on your MATLAB, and look for is just similar like to help, but it is slower than your help command. Now in MATLAB there are three types of files. One is yum file, other is mat type file, and third is max file. This mat type is binary files. Yum file has two types, we'll see here. Yum files are standard ASCII text files and having a .yum extension, the file name and .yum. Like MS Word, we have doc or docs extension. So this yum file has .yum extension. And any program written in MATLAB editor is saved as yum file. There is MATLAB editor in the corner of the MATLAB. You just need to open the new file and just type the set of lines or set of commands and execute that. That file has extension .yum. It is known as yum files. But yum file has two classifications. It may be script file, it may be function file. And yum file with set of valid MATLAB commands is called script file. Yum file with set of valid MATLAB commands is called script file. And what is function file? The function file, the first line is function and the function name. That file is called function file. So this is the difference between function and script file. Script file is just MATLAB commands, collection of MATLAB commands. But if any yum file, the first line is with function definition, then it will be the function file. So these two are the types. And yum file which begins with the function definition line is called function file. Next file type is mat file. Mat files are binary data files with .mat extension to the file name. These are created by MATLAB when data is saved using save command, and the save command saves the data from current MATLAB workspace to text file. The syntax for save command is just you have to type on MATLAB command window save in the bracket file name and whatever variables you are using. Everything this file name will be saved in the binary format, and one need to again reload this. Just load the file name, the original file will be read by the user directly. Next, Max files is a MATLAB capable Fortran and C program. MATLAB is very much applicable in Fortran programs and C programs. It is just like the MATLAB codes are developed in C program as well as Fortran. With this .max extension, the feature allows us the user to integrate the code written in Fortran or C language. Whatever program is written in Fortran or C language, it can be used in .mex extension in MATLAB also. Now where the MATLAB can be used, where one can use the MATLAB, one of the major advantage of MATLAB is that it is platform independent. But I think we cannot use it on Macintosh operating system, except Macintosh MATLAB is working everywhere. It is supported by Windows 95 or 98 and all 2000 XP and many versions of Linux, Unix. The MATLAB programs written on any platform will run on other platform as well. Suppose somebody write the program on MATLAB on Windows operating system, and he wants to run same program on Linux, he can run it. So MATLAB programs are easily portable and work in similar manner on all the computer system, irrespective of the operating system used. And also one can use this MATLAB on your Android phone also. I will show how to use it on Android phone. Firstly, this is MATLAB Online. Another feature of that works in the combination with MATLAB Drive. MATLAB Drive's concept is there. Is a MATLAB Online, which is included with the most license type. This you need the license types, license copy. With the MATLAB Online, your working directory is your MATLAB Drive, and MATLAB Online offers limited support for the Simulink. It has limitations for Simulink. You cannot edit the models, the Simulink models you cannot edit, but you can simulate them as mentioned there. So one can take MATLAB Online, but here you need the license type. But for Android phone, we don't need it, but there are certain limitations used. The MATLAB can be used on mobile also. MATLAB mobile is another way to run MATLAB and simulate the models. If you are using it already, you can get it from, if you are not going, if somebody doesn't have this, then you can get it from Google Play or App Play Store. Right now, after this lecture, you can install it. What are the advantage of this? The simulating model using MATLAB Online. Whatever MATLAB Online, for this you need the license copy. For this you won't need. Or MATLAB Mobile, but you have to register your account with MathWorks to apply the MATLAB on mobile, Android mobile, or somebody may have Apple phone also. And one of the important thing is that you can, if somebody doesn't have MathWorks account, then and somebody is using it MathWorks account, he can publish his script as the HTML or PDF form and share to others who doesn't have MathWorks account. These two are advantage. Also, one more advantage: when somebody is using on mobile or MATLAB Online, your CPU energy will be saved. We can do another task on your PC with the same time. This is the screenshot of MATLAB on Android phone. This is just command window, how it looks like on your Android phone. And once you click on this history bar, it will come like files, commands, sensors. Some examples are displayed here, and setting. You can just go and clicking on here. This is mobile view up. two screenshots, two screenshots of mobile. So this is mobile view of screenshots of MATLAB on Android phone. I am using Android phone, and the from the Play Store where you can find it on the Play Store. This is the valid MATLAB, and after this we'll discuss some basic commands here which are regularly used in MATLAB. First of all, see, so what are the general commands? On MATLAB, you just type clock. It will provide clock time date as a vector. We'll see after this how the clock command is executed and how date as a vector will be shown. Next, date provides the date as a string. The current date, today's date will it show. And somebody want to know what version of MATLAB is installed, just type VER. It will display the version. Which version you are using at present, it will display. Next, these were general commands. These are about directory command. I already told you what is the meaning of PWD. PWD provides the present working directory. In what working directory you are working. Suppose somebody wants to change directory, then he can apply command CD, just like MS-DOS. If you want to change the present working directory, just apply CD, like MS-DOS. This dir directory shows the list of files or folders. Dir means what list of files and folders in current working directory. Current working directory consists of some files, some folders. It will list here like MS-DOS. And for Unix operating system, you type ls. Ls also gives the same output as dir. And somebody wants to know MATLAB search path, you can type path here. Somebody wants to modify that search path, you can type edit path and do this. Somebody wants to copy the file from your current directory, you can copy file and file name. And somebody wants to make new directory or folder name like MS-DOS, just make directory command mkdir. So these all are directory commands you can easily use here. And also one doesn't know where our programs are being saved, so you just type pw. That is important. What students are doing, they are doing practicals and saving their programs, but they doesn't know where our program is saved. So we can apply this command and you can save your programs. Now these are commands regarding workspace. This by mistake W is capital. There is no capital letters involved in any command of MATLAB. So keep in mind this W are the small words. So WHO, who, what it represents, it lists the variables in the current workspace. Just you type who, if there is any variable, it will list that variable. And what whose also is same thing, but one more feature is that it shows the size and type of that variable. Who just displays the list of the variables in the current working space, but what whose does, whose gives the list of current variable in workspace along with their size and type. Size and type is additional feature than this who. What means, just you type what, WHAT, W is small. What means it is list. It will give list of your .m file, your .mat file and .mex file in your DEX. Whatever .m, wherever files are there, it will just list all three types of file in the what command. Next is clear all. It clears the variables in the workspace. Somebody types clear XYZ, then it will clear the particular name of XYZ variable. So clear all means all variables will be cleared. This is important functions, yamlock function. If somebody saves the function in MATLAB editor and he doesn't want that anybody will delete that function, so just yamlock function and function name, the function will be locked, nobody can delete it. This CLC is regular command that regular command that everyone is using. CLC means you have whatever you have done on the screen, just clear screen. And if somebody have opened the figure window, you just type CLF, that is clear figure window. And lastly, these are termination and help commands. Control C stops the execution of function command being run currently. The quit command quits the MATLAB. I will show some of this command working here. Quit command quits the MATLAB. And also exist, EXI. If you just type exist, it will also exist from MATLAB. And these are three help command. This help win is just online help browser. If somebody doesn't know, then you can just type on command help win. So it will go online help browser. Help desk opens the web browser for online help, and demo it shows some example in the MATLAB. Before going to summary, I have to share you the MATLAB window here. I will stop share first. Once you go in the start menu on desktop, you can. I already opened the MATLAB 2013 A version here. So this is your default desktop layout for the MATLAB. This is 2013 A version. See here, this is the current folder, which folders we are going to use. This is command window, the cursor where you have to type the command. Suppose I type A is equal to 256 and B is equal to 89, and do the calculation A plus B. See, I didn't assign any variable to A plus B, so default assigning variable is A and S. So this is 345, the calculation is done. And now I have done this session here, so it comes in the workspace. You can see here name, value, the variable name and its types and size. And here you can see command history, whatever commands I am applying, here it can be shown. And here somebody, this is the new, somebody click on here, it will open the new script file, and here we have to just type the commands. If somebody wants command window, suppose this current folder, you can create new folder here. You can add new script file, function file, example, class, model, or any zip file here. You can report about your code analyzer, help report, content report, dependency report. You can compare. You can find the file by typing Control Shift F. These are the many options you can see here. Suppose you want to close this, just close it. Suppose you want to close the workspace, you can clear the workspace, save the workshop, refresh the workspace. Suppose I close it. You want to command history close, you can close it. Now many times students are doing this, but if you want to all the layouts again, you just go on layout and just click on default. Everything will come again. Second another figure window is plot. You have to type some x. You have to do two inputs, value of x and value of y, and then you can plot. You can plot two-dimensional plot, three-dimensional plot. The plot will be the generate the separate figure window. And in the app, these are the toolboxes. These are the toolboxes. These are signal processing and computations. These are the control system analysis. These are for maths and science for optimization. Image processing, computer vision, computational biology. Some life science people can use this computational biology also. So this is all about MATLAB. Suppose you want to help about sign. I have mentioned here help about sign. It will shows. This is about sign. By clicking on it, will generate. Suppose somebody type look for sign. It will generate the list, use of list, where the word sign is involved. That's why I said the look for is same as sign, but it is slower than. It lists all the commands in which the word sign is present. We can see there are so many inbuilt commands which consist of sign. There sim biology, MATLAB coder, many toolboxes are there, but we need to purchase along with your basic of MATLAB. For mathematics, we need basic. For those who are researchers in chemistry, biology, according to their or computer science or engineers, according to their, we have to purchase the toolbox along with the basics of MATLAB. Suppose I want to clear everything, I can see just type the CLC command. One need to find path, I type path here. So these are the paths. One need to find directory or this will shows all the file. Present working directory, this is PWD. So this is Windows system 32 is your present working directory. Somebody wants to change, we can change it. At present, I will stop this share. So in this talk, we have discussed various methods of starting and ending of MATLAB sessions, the different windows in MATLAB environment like command window, command history, workspace, current directory, edit window or figure window have been also described here. The different ways of seeking help account with the MATLAB commands and the regarding features are described. Various types of files in MATLAB and such as script files, function files, .yum files, MEX files, all have been discussed here, and some general commands. General commands, it may be general command, directory command, workspace command, or termination command or help command have been discussed here. This all basic one should know. I must. These are the references. I have taken some information from MathWorks. They have mentioned. They have given the help here also. Online also one can help from here. And this is a good textbook of MATLAB and its application in engineering science. And publisher is Pearson in India. What we are going to see today. First, we'll knowing about what are the character constants. There are some special constants in MATLAB, and how to create the variable. How to create variable in MATLAB? What are the rules for creating the variables? Then this is most important part. The loops in MATLAB. We'll see three basic loops: for loop, if loop, or while loop, and we'll see when these loops will be applied and with particular examples in this session. And the arithmetic calculations done in MATLAB. So there are some relational operators. There are some logical operators. How they are used, how they are being used in MATLAB, how they are used in your research. Also, we can see the hierarchy of the operations. In what preference MATLAB will work like us. What are the hierarchy of these operations will be discussed here. And later, most important part, declaring the vectors. How one can declare the vector. Vector will be one-dimensional array. And if it is not one-dimensional, means multi-dimensional, then it will be matrix. Means there may be row and column pattern. Only row or column will be created as vector. Otherwise, it will be a matrix. And we'll see some example related to all these topics. Some demos from MATLAB. So let us begin our presentation here. I welcome all of you here for the second talk on MATLAB session. So the character means first you are in mind, it comes that character means the alphabets. So it is there. The character is set of characters that form a part of statement. From this character we can construct the statement written using the programming language. So what characters you can be used? So broadly it will classify into 4 characters. One use we know alphabets. There are capital and small, total 52 alphabets, small 26 and capital 26. We can't put any italic alphabet here. Whatever key available on the keyboard, you can use that to create the variable or some program or some statements in the MATLAB. So this is a character, that's alphabets, capital and small, and it is MATLAB is case sensitive for small and capital. Then the numbers, numerals, and there are on the key from the using the keyboard you can have plenty of numbers, infinite numbers, by constructing that 0 to 9 number system, that is decimal. We have so many numbers here. From numerical keypad we can use this is also the numeral types characters. There are special characters, means some constants or some functions will be defined there, like in mathematics we have exponential, we have pi, we have imaginary iota, or sometimes we may root of -1 call it as j also, I and j, and any other that will be the special character. And white space characters are also included in the character set. What are that? That are your space. You may take new line, you may arrange return, you may put tab, you have vertical tab. The white space characters in MATLAB, these are space and tabs are most important. Or somebody may have new line also. Alphabets, numerals, then we'll see what are the special characters here. These are the special character. This pi value, everybody you know the pi. When you need the value of pi up to certain decimal, you can type it, and we can fix number of decimal places also. This I and j are the imaginary constants, which are square root of -1. These are reserved for numerical these are reserved for the constants root -1. The infinity is, this I has to be smaller. This INF is for infinity, and this is not a number. When it comes not number, whenever there is a term like divided by 0, then the not a number will come. So these are about the character set, and these are 4 important. Now how you are going to create the variable, we'll see next. Before that we have to see okay, how one can create the variable. What do you mean by variable in mathematics? Variable is some unknown quantity, but in MATLAB a variable is named location in the computer memory. Suppose I put a equal to 5, so a is assigned to 5 is assigned to the variable a. So in the memory, computer memory, whenever you type a and put enter in MATLAB, it will display as a equal to 5. So a variable is name location in computer memory. And what is its main purpose? Its main purpose is you can store it, or you can retrieve it at any times. You can retrieve one or more values. But if somebody put a equal to 5 and later somebody put a equal to 10, it will assume the latest value of that variable. So we have to keep in mind while assigning the variables. The variable can be any string. Earlier 2016 version of MATLAB, we can't give the string as variable, but after 2016 one can give it. All the variables are created with double precision unless specified, and unless they are the matrices. If somebody is not specified what about its type, it will be always double precision, and matrix will be treated as matrix array. For example, suppose x is assigned to 5 or x1 is assigned to 2. So thus variable also referred as, you can also treat it this variable as this 5 is 1 by 1 matrix, this 2 is also 1 by 1 matrix with double precision. And you also keep in mind there are some inbuilt functions in MATLAB, like if has to be small, if these are the loops, if, while, else, this comes under the loops, and also comes under the loop. Some reserved terms in MATLAB, like some function, some standard function like sine, like cosine, like exponential. Earlier I have said pi. These all results. Don't assign these as variables. That we have to keep in mind first. One can text variable t equal to I am a variable, but this is only possible the MATLAB version after 2016. Earlier it won't run. And sometimes you just do calculations 5 plus 10 and it will come as answer equal to 5 plus 10 means 15, answer equal to 15. So in that case the automatically created variable in MATLAB is ANS. That stands for the answer of earlier command. If somebody doesn't, suppose somebody give a equal to 50 and b equal to 60 and just type a plus b or a star b for multiplication, the output will come as answer equal to. So ans is the default variable, default automatically created default variable there. And in the workspace, you can see whenever you just observe the workspace. In the workspace, all the variables are listed in alphabetical order, so we can sort out, and their size, type, and what is their max, min max value also mentioned there. This is all about the variable. One should take care of the variable. Also keep in mind, for assigning the variable, you should not start with number or special character like underscore or space. Once you assign the variable, you have to use a small or capital letter. And while assigning, don't use some inbuilt terms of the MATLAB like sum, like if, like for. Whatever inbuilt terms are there, you can't assign it as variable. So that also you have to keep in mind. And your variable first name always be a small letter or capital letter. It depends on you what you want to choose, but it should always start with it will never start with the number. The variable name never start with number. It has to start with the capital alphabet, either small alphabet. Then we can have underscore, then we can have number also. So this is all about the rule of assigning the variables. Next, now we'll see the regarding, before doing some programs, we must know some basic things about MATLAB. That's why I'm repeating here. In the last lecture was also for introductory MATLAB session. The for loop. This is the syntax for for a variable equal to expression. This variable may be your chosen letter, and the expression may be some set of like 0 to 10, 0 to 5. This is the range of that variable. Expression is the range of the variable, and how many times it will run. This command will run that many times where variable comes. We can see the example. For variable, when this for variable is used, this for variable is used when the set of operations are to be repeated for specific number of times. When you require to run for specific number of times, then for is applied. Means what, for what type of example? Suppose somebody wants the first 15 terms in Fibonacci sequence. At that time, he can use the for loop. For what you will do for I equal to 1 to 15. How to give 1 to 15, I will explain in the example. This is the syntax for. It's just simple. For variable in this expression, unless and until this expression will over, this command will run that many times. And for is applied only when the set of operations are to be repeated for specific number of times. So regarding for loop, I think it will be clear to everyone. Next loop is while loop. This is syntax. Now when while is applied, while is applied when the set of operations is repeated if certain conditions we have to meet. We don't know 10 conditions, 5 conditions. The expression condition is given here. While the expression condition met, then this statement will be executed. So not fixed, and you have to put the expression such that it should have to break. Also break command is there to end your while loop, while or for loop. One can use the break command, break, this command. The while loop is used only when the set of operations is to be repeated if this certain expression conditions has to be met. Now for example, what we have to do again, I have told about that Fibonacci sequence. In a Fibonacci sequence, if somebody wants all the terms which are less than 200, then expression will be less than 200. Less than will be the relation operator here. And hereafter I will define all types of operators, that may be arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, and some other operators. So while your Fibonacci term is less than 200, you have to perform the calculations, and till 200 it has to be listed. Once it go above 200, then it will break automatically. So it is repeated if certain conditions we have to meet. In the you have to be careful while giving the certain conditions here when you think about this. And for if somebody wants to break it, so for or while loop, then break command is used. There is also another switch is also applied for several case-based examples. Whenever there is case, switch is also applied. Continue is also applied somewhere. Now we'll see what is if. So if this expression here, you must have logical expression here. If this logical expression is true, then this statement will be executed. Else, if this logical expression is false, then else if this expression will be checked. I am applying else, if else. This will be checked. If it is true, then this statement will be evaluated. Otherwise, again, the final statement will come. So this is about if loop. Somebody can do if expression else and end. And keep in mind, everywhere you have to put this end. Otherwise, it will not stop. MATLAB will not stop. Huh? You can see here, end is the important factor here. You have to end that loop. Otherwise, MATLAB will not stop. Once this condition met, then we have to end it. Otherwise, it will repeat, continue and continue. So end is also important part. So these are the 4 parts: variable, your expression, what your command or what your statements you are typing here, and end. So end is also important part here. I will show one example here for simple example in MATLAB. So here relational operator is also applied, and your if condition is also read. So one more thing, from here I can zoom it. Okay, it might be visible to everyone. See here, the input term is applied here. If user want to give, somebody can directly put A and B here, but somebody wants to that user should give input. When you execute it, this is the command to know what is user is doing. So once you execute this line will execute. It will ask the first number, it will ask second number. Now this A and B are the numbers. Now you are applying if else loop. So if A is greater than or equal to, this is a relational operator, greater than or equal to. If A is greater than or equal to means if this statement is true, then this will display this yes printf is function. Maximum is %d. Since we are going to enter the integer value, otherwise we have to put %f here. And who is greater here? A is greater than B, so A will be displayed here. Else, yes printf maximum is %d. Otherwise, if this statement is false, means who has to be maximum? B has to be maximum. And your conditions are also you are ending the loop. I will execute here by running this. So here it has been asked first number, the second number I will put as 78, and you can see the answer. I will first clear the screen and I will run that same program again. This was the program. Just run it. Now that input statement gives here A equal to that user has to be A give as input as a number. So I will give the big number here. So this is the first number. Another number. This is the second number. And now what is the answer? See, I didn't put as something here. So this answer is the default. So your answer is maximum is this. Maximum is the second number. So what you are applied here? You have applied 2 things. Which 2 things? One is this relational operator, less than equal to or greater than equal to. There are 4 5 types of relational operator. And another is the loop. So that was the example regarding for loop. Now we'll see what are the operations, hierarchy of the operations, and again we'll see some few examples to understand better here. Now we know the arithmetic operations, and these are the basic arithmetic operations: plus, minus, multiplication and division. So like MATLAB also has these basic arithmetic operations, and this cap is used for finding the power. So these are arithmetic operations that one can use. Then relational operator, the less than is less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. This we have been used in the last example. Equal to, this is logical equal to. If this expression is same as this expression, then it's everything has output either 0 or 1. If it is true, it has output 1. If it is false, then it has output 0. And it is not equal to, this has to be closer one, not equal to. These are the relation operators you can apply in your programming. Next operator is logical operators. All are being mathematicals P and the statement P and Q. So you have to just find logical AND. This notation is for logical OR. This is find exclusively OR, means combining two arrays you can find exclusively ORs. This is logical NOT operator. Here all determines if all array elements are 0, and here it determines if any array elements are 0 or non-zero. So just I will execute these two commands here regarding all and any. I will clear the screen first, and just this is the array which is always given in the square bracket. First number in the array, second number in the array, third number in the array, and last number. One may use either comma or just space character here. So this A is array, and just type all and see what will happen here. All about A. So all are non-zero. Yes, all are non-zero. That's why it has always answer logical answer, and logical answers in computer science, if it is true it will show 1, and if it is false then it will show 0. Any if anybody is 0. Now I will try for another. Suppose O is equal to some 0 array, 0 you can sort out what is difference. All are 0. You just sort out what is difference between all and any. So see, this has output logical 1 or 0. So any means determines if any array elements are non-zero. Some may be 0, but here determines all array elements are non-zero. All has to be non-zero. If particular anyone is non-zero, okay, we'll see example for that also. What will happen? Suppose I take one non-zero element here, and we'll find the difference between these two. First, any. Whether all are non-zero? No. And all. There exists some 0, that's why its output is 0. And here you can read this statement. Determine if any array element are non-zero. 1 is non-zero and all are 0, then it will display as 1. But here everybody has to be non-zero, otherwise it will display output as 1. You need in certain situation these two kinds. Next, what are the other operators? Dot-wise multiplications. In mathematics, students knowing that what is Euclidean product. Euclidean product is just element-wise multiplication. In that case, if somebody wants the element-wise multiplication, the dot multiplication is applied. If somebody wants element-wise power, then dot cap is applied, and the element-wise division, dot division operator is applied. So these we'll also see in the example what is the difference between dot and star. The star is just the product like two matrices. When you multiply two matrices, their dimension must match. and this dot means you are doing calculations element wise. Wherever dot comes, it does the element wise operations. Now, what are the hierarchies of these operations? What are the preferences? In mathematics, you know the Podomos rule. Like that, also we can see how MATLAB understands. One should know how MATLAB understands the hierarchy of these operations. So first, the content of all parentheses are evaluated first, starting from the innermost parenthesis and working outward. Secondly, the transpose of matrix, power, or complex conjugate transpose. Complex conjugate transpose has command C transpose. Next, matrix power. These are executed secondly. These are the preference wise givens. Unary plus, means somebody wants plus or minus of that matrix or quantity. Unary first, unary minus, and then logical not statement. Then multiplication, right division, left division, matrix multiplication, matrix right division, matrix left division, addition and subtraction later. Colon operator is applied to generate row vector. Then later relation operators that we have seen, and lastly the logical one. So this is the hierarchy of your operations MATLAB do. MATLAB will take care of all these. If you do calculations in MATLAB, without MATLAB you have to apply this hierarchy. Now, how one should create the vectors in MATLAB? The vectors are one-dimensional array. Vectors are one-dimensional array. This example I have taken here also. This what I did. I inputted this as array. So these are one-dimensional array. So POS is a name vector. See, keep in mind that whenever you assign variable, it should start with alphabets, either capital or small, and it should not be a inbuilt command or function of MATLAB. That also you have to keep in mind. And we can put either comma or just space character in between. It will result as same. So these are the three patterns of showing any vectors. This is one pattern. This is second pattern without comma, and this is a fixed difference. You have to write from 1 to 20. 1 to 20 with the difference of 3, equal space with the difference of 3. The 20 greater than 20 you can't write here. Huh? We'll see what is output of this. What you are writing. I clear the screen first. CLC is a clear screen command. X is equal to 1 full colon 3 full colon 20. So see here, 19 is the last number here. If you add 3 to here, equal space, all having common difference 3, equal space vector to generate this. So this is also one kind, and here no need to put square bracket for this. Also linspace command is also there. When you see the in graphics section, we'll see detail. Otherwise every session will be the basic session. So vector is just list of numbers, and as we have seen, the square brackets contains that numbers. You either put comma in separate the content, or just use the space. Instead of comma you can use space. There is difference between comma and semicolon. When somebody wants it as a column vector, then somebody wants it as a column vector, the every content should be separated by compulsory semicolon. And we can use linspace or colon, like in last. Linspace or column command to generate the row vectors. We'll see how the columns will be generated here. So see, x is equal to 4 semicolon. Now semicolon changes the row. 4 is the first row element, 8 is the second row element, 9 is the third row element, 7 is the next row element, and suppose I want last row as a 10. You can see this is column vector. To separate row, we have to mention semicolon there. Otherwise, it will be the row vector. This is a column vector and it will be row vector. Okay. Now, how to create the matrix? How one should create the matrix? You can create matrices of any size using combination of methods for creating vectors. Whatever methods you have applied for the combination of vectors, you can create. To separate the row, you must apply semicolon here. So we'll see some 3 by 3 matrix example, how 3 by 3 matrix will be entered. So A is a matrix notation always denoted by capital. So I took A. And suppose I want to give identity matrix of 3 by 3 order 1, 0, 0. This will be the first row. And now I have to write second row. To go second row, I must put semicolon once first row is over. And you should keep track of the balancing of that matrix. Otherwise, somebody give 3 element in first row and 2 element in second row. The matrix will not be displayed. Some error will come there. And also identity matrix have another command also, but just you see this is identity matrix of this command EYE. What order you want? Suppose you want order 3, directly display it. Suppose somebody wants order 13, then this will be the big matrix, big identity matrix. So to get identity matrix, this is the JS command. We have separate linear algebra session. We can discuss all those things here. Now somebody wants zero matrix of any particular order, he can find by using this command zeros. What order? Suppose we want 2 rows and 5 columns. This will be zero matrix of 2 rows and 5 columns. Now somebody may generate random matrix, but the distribution of these columns are uniformly distributed. Random matrix of any order we can have. Suppose random matrix of 3 by 5, 3 rows and 5 columns. See, these columns are uniformly distributed. We can check it. So I have to explain some example here before winding up this. I must tell about this example we have discussed earlier. This is the example of function. See how user can define. This is function file and this is a script file, just set of commands, and the percentage symbol is just given to understanding. MATLAB will not execute the statements given in the percentage. That also you keep in mind. So this is example of function. Suppose I want to find factorial of number. Factorial function is there in MATLAB, but somebody wants to create new functions, he can create. So this function, this function is the syntax for the function. What function? F equal to fact in bracket n. So how it executes? F equal to product 1 colon n. So I will see how it works. It is saved as facto. Your file name is facto. It's not fact. Your file name is fact. And suppose I want fact of 6. Everybody knows the answer. It's 720. So facto function is generated by the user, which is saved. And suppose you want to lock this function. If somebody don't want, if somebody deletes it, then we have to retype it. This is a small function, you can type it again. But whenever you create the larger function like this, you have to lock your function. If you are alone using the same system, then not to worry, it will be saved. But somebody unnecessarily delete it, then we have to use yumlock function command that I told you in the last lecture how to lock that function. Another example. This is another example of functions. I want to find maximum of all these 5 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and here I have used if loop. I first declare that maximum equal to first number, but if the second number is greater than this maximum, then your maximum number will be n2. Otherwise, n will be the maximum. It will check it. You can logically see this expression. This is also function. Don't execute it. You have to apply on command window. What name you have saved it here. My max at generally in the last example this was fact and here it was facto. You have to execute by the saved name. If I type fact in bracket 6, it won't run. You can see. If I type fact in bracket 6c, so it asks, did you mean facto 6? Is your function is saved in the name facto. So you have to keep in mind that saving the name of the function and declaring the function should be the same thing. So here I have must have facto, then it will work. So it will work with this facto in bracket n. Now here my max is the same. So I have to give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers to find the maximum among the 5 numbers. So just we see the output of 5 numbers. My max is a function. You can type just number. We have to give 5 numbers and easily the answer should be there. I have to put comma here. How I defined here? It's not like array here. Just give the comma after each number and see the 45 is the my maximum number. So my max is that user defined function. Likewise, these are the simple functions. You can define the function as you require. This program will be discussed in the numerical analysis session, but here I have used the for loop. One should have example of for loop. This is the solution of different numerical solution of ordinary differential equation by using Euler's method. This Euler formula has been explained here. I will just execute here. You can see the output. So the plot command is choose this red line gives exact solution and this is approximate solution. You can find the difference between exact and this. The labeling of this will see in the we'll see this in the section of graphics. Graphs plays important role in the research of everybody's science as well as anything. So here also this is just command for solving the Euler differential equation method. It may be Euler's simple Euler's, not Euler's modified. You can see the formula here. We'll discuss later this example. And now lastly, if you want, here you have applied if else, and the relational operator equal to or not equal to find the solution of quadratic equations having coefficients x square as coefficient a, x as coefficient b, and constant term as c. I will just execute this here and we'll stop for today. The folder is different, so I have to change folder here. So the coefficients were asked should be given in array form. Suppose I take x square plus 2x plus 1 and you know the roots of this equation. So these are the calculations of that logical expression. Answer equal to 0 means that has to be false and here it comes true. So minus 1, we know the root of this is x plus 1 square means x equal to minus 1. Okay, I will run it once again. See, this was the earlier Euler's program output. I will execute the same thing once again. The simple solution is given. Suppose if a equal to 0 and if this x square coefficient is 0 and constant term is 0, then equation is degenerate. If this is true, then equation this is just print this. You can give a equal to 0, b equal to 0, and then constant means equation is degenerate. If a equal to 0, b not equal to 0, then it is linear equations, and you know the solution of linear equation, it is minus c upon b. And this, if a is not equal to 0 and c equal to 0, then there are two real roots, and you can find that roots by using this. If c is non-zero, if c is 0, constant term. And lastly, both the cases you are applying this quadratic rule formula, minus b plus or minus, here above is plus root 1 and this second root minus plus or minus, in the square root b square minus 4 is a upon 2a, Then here also complex and real are checked. Is this root is real or not? And answer will be displayed over here. I will just execute this and I have to give in square bracket as it is array. We'll see what is the answer. See here, this has complex roots and these are the two roots. This answer 0 means that statement is logically false, and this one came means it is logically true. So you can apply loops, you can apply relational operator, you can apply logical operator while performing your program, or whatever research you are doing, whatever output, you must know what are the steps follow to find your output. Then you can construct your program on by understanding all these basic things. So we have separate linear algebra session with up to singular value decomposition, and we'll have plotting session. In the later we'll see all those, and I have used the mathworks.com, and this is a good book for the beginner ones. At present, I must thanks to team Arul Anandar College, Karamathur, principal, coordinators, conveners, and the person with whom I spoke regularly, that Dr. Gilbert. Thank you